Hey Dr. Sasso, it's me again, my weekly journal toolkit. I decided to do a video. As you know, this week a reading was on chapter 4 and 5, which was congruency and commitment. I think those two chapters were very important. I liked the reading simply because it kind of allowed me to kind of reflect on myself as a leader and as a person. And as I was reading, I was able to kind of say, like, this is why I do this, or I aspire to be this kind of leader, or this is good, or these are the things that I should look for in my upcoming leadership positions, or just whenever I'm exemplifying myself being a leader. So I really appreciated this. I really felt like this chapter, especially chapter 4, was something that I can personally relate to. Just the whole ideal of congruency. One of the things that it talked about was social identity, how your social identity plays a role into your leadership. So I was able to reflect on how the identities that I take on as young Black woman, how these identities kind of go into my leadership style, my Christianity, just different things like that. So it was very interesting to me. Some of the other stuff that kind of went on was just self-awareness, being aware of yourself, and just knowing who you are and being able to exemplify that in your leadership. Good stuff. Moving forward to chapter 5, just commitment. I know one of the quotes that, or one of the something that I want to read back to you, I should say, is found on page 88. And just giving the meaning of commitment. It kind of just makes me want to reevaluate how I see commitment, or what I think commitment is. It says, at the very core of commitment is the individual's integrity and his or her intimate passion or desire. The internal passion inspires commitment and requires active engagement. Leaders with commitment follow through on promise and are responsible and persevere despite challenges. That was very important to me, because it kind of made me think about if you're committed to something, regardless of how bad it is. Sorry, I'm doing too much with my hands. I was getting a little into it. But seriously, if you're doing something, regardless of how bad it is, you're going to push through. That determination in your leadership, and you being committed to whatever it is, you're gonna get that done. So for an example, something that I'm committed to right now is a book. I'm writing a book. I write poetry. I love poetry, and it's something that I want to share with the world. And so even in my downtime, which is not every day, but whenever I get a chance to, I make sure that, I'm working on that book. That's me being committed to that because of my passion for it. And despite what obstacles or challenges get in the way of that, school or work, or, just family, or just me being tired, I can't always get to that book or whatever. But because I'm committed to it, I find time for it. And I kind of think that's the same as leadership. A person that's committed to something, and committed to your leadership and your leadership role, and the people that you're leading, you're going to, do what you have to do to lead that group of people, despite the challenges and the hitches that come forward. I think that having that in higher education, in a higher education position, is very important. Kind of went a lot over quality versus quantity, knowing what investment that you're putting into your goals, and stuff like that. And I don't know, just kind of taking your ideal of leadership and what leadership is, and just applying these things. The whole chapter, on going back to chapter 4, congruency is important. I jotted down a lot of stuff. I don't know, it requires dedication and courage. That's some stuff that people can be okay, yeah, that's obvious, but I don't know, I just feel I really like reading this stuff, because it allows me to do a lot of self-reflection, and just a lot of application, and applying my own leadership styles to what I'm actually reading, and just what I it allows me to set goals, and to say what kind of leader I want to be, or what I want to do for say in the future. So these were some really good chapters. That's it. Bye.